We have cracked the code on how to win in Google's new AI mode and AI overview. While thousands of businesses are losing up to 70% of their traffic, we have helped brands 3x, 5x, and even 10 times their leads and revenue in just months. At Credofy, we have scaled over 1,000 plus businesses, including a UK real estate firm that ranked for 1,000 plus keywords, cut AdWords cost by 44%, and boosted ROI by 234%. In this episode, you will learn what AI mode is and how it works, why traditional SEO isn't enough anymore, 10 proven strategies to get cited in AI results, and how to build content Google's AI can't ignore. Plus, we are giving you a free AI mode checklist to start implementing today. I'm Asmita, and this is the Credofy Podcast. And joining us today is our MD, Rahul Parashar, who has helped brands generate millions in revenue through organic traffic. And today, he's breaking down how your brand can win in this new AI-first search era. Alright Rahul, let's get straight to it. How can businesses actually show their websites in Google's AI mode?
So look, Asmita, before we talk about how to rank, right, let's talk about how it works. So look, AI mode is Google search powered by Gemini 2.0. It's a most advanced large language model. Instead of showing list of links, it delivers written conventional answers built in real time using citations, reasoning, and context.
So instead of 10 blue links, AI mode gives a complete answer. But here's the kicker. Either you get cited, mentioned, or completely logged out.
So look, 79% of users now expect AI style results. So if you're not showing up, your visibility drops fast, right? Especially on mobile where AI overviews dominate the screen.
And it works differently under the hood. AI mode breaks a query into smaller subqueries, runs them all in parallel, and builds an answer by merging the most relevant insights.
Right, so absolutely correct. It uses something called query fanout, plus reasoning chains and embedding to build responses, right? If your content only answers surface level queries, it gets bypassed.
So we are not optimizing for ranking anymore. We are optimizing for reasoning.
Exactly. So brand now face 3 outcomes in AI mode, right? Number 1, you get cited, which is called linked. Then the number 2 is you get mentioned, right? No link, but your name will appear in AI mode. And the number 3, you get locked out. You are not visible in AI mode at all.
And the difference between those outcomes is how well your content answers layered questions and how strongly your brand is embedded in the AI's concept memory. Let's break down how this system actually thinks. What makes it different from traditional search?
So there are 3 mechanics. Number 1, it's called query fanout. So when someone searches in AI mode, look what happens. It silently expands your question into 5 to 15 related ones. For example, let's say best place to invest in UK to earn more rental income. So how that AI mode does is it breaks down this particular question into sub-questions, right? And these sub-questions are which UK cities offer highest rental yield? And then there could be something, what property types in UK maximize rental income? And then there will be more questions, right, which AI mode will be asking. So something like, how do economics factor influences rental income in different UK regions, right? And then there is furthermore. So what are top areas in UK for buy-to-let investment with strong tenant demand? And that's not it, right? So there is the final one. Are there any emerging areas in UK with high rental income or potential due to regeneration? Your initial query will be broken down into sub-queries. What used to happen in a traditional or conventional SEO, you used to pick one particular keyword, right? And then you used to kind of write that particular article. But in AI mode, you need to break down that long-term query, like a question that someone is asked, into sub-questions, multiple questions, right? That's how AI mode is going and kind of querying the database across various sites. So it's not a short tail query game now. Which previously what we used to do is we used to kind of pick a keyword which is high volume. So here it is not like that. You need to pick up conversational queries, right? Because in AI mode, people are writing something like 7 to 8 words minimum. And then we are going to talk about number 2, structured reasoning chain. So what exactly is that, right? AI mode builds checklist of what a good answer must include. For example, let's say best laptop under £1,000 for architecture student. What exactly it will do? I mean, it will check your portability of a laptop and can it run design software. AI will look up for the battery life and AI will look up for the budget fit. So if your article like covers, as I said, like all these products, right, but not reasoning, you are skipped. Now let's talk about number 3, which is embedding and concept linking. So what exactly does that mean? So like AI mode doesn't store full pages. It stores relationship. For example, best value skincare, which is like the ordinary. In startup email platform, so that is MailerLite or ConvertKit. So that is how it happens. Your brand need to associate with certain niche type. So if your brand consistently associated with these key phrases across web, social posts, reviews, blog mentions, AI mode remembers that. And you need to be consistent across all platforms from Reddit to Quora. You need to make sure like you maintain that particular niche or that particular subject matter that you want to be expert at. So if, for example, I'll say one thing like, I mean, if you want to be affordable or if you want to be something which is durable or a bit costly, so you can't say something on one particular platform that you are cheap, right? And on another platform, you would be saying like you are durable and costly. So make sure like you're making one consistent, don't confuse AI.
So we need to start thinking like educators, not publishers. Show the full context, answer the deep questions, and build those brand associations.
So it's about creating helpful, contextual, and memorable content.
But if you want to rank in AI mode, here's one thing you have to get it right. Trust. AI engines don't just pull content, they choose sources they believe are credible. And if your site doesn't signal trust fast, you're getting skipped. That's why we created the Trust Building Toolkit, your shortcut to building instant online credibility. Inside, you'll get 5 trust building strategies that work in AI mode, a 10-point audit to check if your site feels credible, real examples of small brands getting cited by Google's AI. Go grab it from the video description below. It's totally free and it might be the missing piece between your site and online visibility. Rahul, break it down for us. What are the actual steps businesses need to take to show up in the AI mode?
Alright, so these are 10 core strategies which we use to help clients get cited and mentioned in AI. Step 1, which we call is, as I talked about, query fan-out optimization. So AI mode expands every search as I talk about 5 to 15 sub-questions, right, behind the scenes, right? And use tool like Gemini or Perplexity to uncover what those are and answer them throughout your content, especially in sub-headlines, FAQ, and alt text. So number 2 is your build online mentions. This is your off-page AI strategy. You need brand mentions across Reddit, Quora, industry blogs, even if they are unlinked. AI mode uses those to assess trust and topical relevance. So number 3 is your create people first, expert-led content. Might be knowing that term which Google, everyone is saying about EAT. So what exactly is EAT? You might have heard number of times, right? So let's uncover that. So EAT is the front and the center here, right? Which is we call experience, expertise, authority, and trust, right? Use real author bios, actual case studies, and insight from people who have done that work. You know, like, I mean, what generally most people are doing, I mean, how they're writing articles. They are going to ChatGPT, they're extracting the content and they're putting in their blog. So that article is never gonna rank. I mean, you have to put some of your own experience. It's nothing wrong to kind of take inspiration from all these AI tools, but you need to put your some bit of experience into it. Let's say if you are writing something on, for example, let me tell you about ourselves. I mean, we built some blogs, right? Over there, we did deep research using ChatGPT, right, and Google AI, but we saw like how we can put that entire information and wrap around with our case studies. So that is what we are doing. We are putting our expertise into it. So you have to make sure like you are putting your EAT into your entire content and you need to put your perspective into it because there is overload of information. People can find information pretty easily. They need your perspective. And that is the game which right now you can play on because every answer, any information query, you are going to get from Google AI. So all information-based answers, people are not even clicking, right, on the links. All those information queries are taken care of. Now you need to kind of make sure you are targeting the mid of the funnel or bottom of the funnel, because top of the funnel is gone, right? I mean, it is being answered in Google AI overviews. Make sure you are targeting those bottom of the funnel and putting your heat into it.
Quick one. Do anonymous blog posts without any author bio still hurt rankings?
So yes, especially in AI mode, if AI doesn't know who is speaking, right? It doesn't know if it should trust you. Credibility is everything. So number 4 is rich media. So what exactly rich media, right? Google prefers multimodal content, right? From demo videos, image walkthroughs, audio summaries, and whatever makes your page more useful and scannable. Here, it plays a very important role. I mean, you just can't put text on your site and you feel like you'll be picked up. There are cases definitely where the AI just simple content is getting picked up. But if you make your article a bit more elaborative with all those rich text media, Google will love that particular content. And that is what used to happen in the traditional SEO as well, right? So here in AI mode, all of the basic rules of how to get ranked on Google stays, right? But we are expanding on to that further, right? What else you need to do it. So, right, so now coming on to the number 5th, right? Ensure crawlability and indexing. So this is the foundation, right? Make sure your site isn't blocking Google, as I talked about, right? With bad robot TXT, your sitemap is submitted, and there are no kind of rogue, no index tag or redirect loops. So we use tools like Sitebulb or Ahref to flag technical issues fast. All these conventional SEO techniques which we used to use to rank on Google, they still exist. And now let's talk about number 6, like deliver high quality pages and experience. So core web vitals, which we also used to take care of in conventional SEO, from speed to layout stability and responsiveness, right? And Google deprioritize clunky, slow loading page. Think mobile first, minimal pop-up and clean layout. Just like human bounces if your site is slow. So Google AI mode, robots will bounce off if your site is slow. So that is the main priority, right? You make sure your site is fast. Now let's talk about the 7th one, like the implement structured data, which we call schema. And I see like a lot of sites are missing that, right? I'm not sure why they are doing it, but if they have not been doing it yet, now if you don't have schema, don't think like you'll ever appear in Google AI, because we have done a lot of reverse engineering and have seen myself like a lot of sites where the schema is not there, the blog is not getting shown up in Google AI mode. And you can do that reverse engineering yourself, right? You can go to just type on any particular query, just click on certain links which come on Google AI mode, inspect code, and you will see schema will be there. So schema helps AI understand your content. So we have like various schemas, right? From product to review to FAQ, how to markup, and test it with Google Rich Result tool, tools like Yoast or Schema.org. So make sure you're using those tools, right, to generate schema for your blogs.
Okay, if there is a business that has never touched schema, where should they start? Can you guide a little?
Start with the most important page and add FAQ schema. If you're, so let's say if you have a Q&A or if you have how to, if it's a tutorial, just one type done right can boost your visibility in AI response, right? So make sure what is your blog is all about. And then you have to make sure you are adding that respective schema to it or not. Now, number 8, let's talk about keep your Google business profile updated. So this is pretty basic. I mean, that is where I'm seeing a lot of people are ignoring their Google business profile. They're keeping it just like a kind of a thing where they are not updating their phone number, they're not updating their services. And as I said, you have to be consistent across various social media platforms. This is especially important for local visibility. Make sure, your R service, as I said, like in your photos, categories are all accurate and in sync with your existing website. Now 9, let's talk about maintain Google Merchant Center accuracy. Even if this applies to most of those businesses, brands who are selling products online, right? For e-commerce brand, your product feed must be clean. AI mode pulls directly from shopping graph. So inaccurate pricing, stock issues, or missing GTIN will hurt your visibility. Right now, last and the final point is expand other generative AI channels. You're just targeting AI mode. You will probably have to take the omni-channel approach, right? Whenever we want to rank on Google, we always think about other platforms from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So search is decentralized now. On Instagram, there are billions of searches are happening right now. So your brand needs visibility not in just Google, right? It needs to be visible in ChatGPT, Perplexity, Meta AI. So use Omni SEO, right? Or similar web to monitor your presence across engines. We'll put down all the tools in the description below, and you can use those tools to see how effectively you can rank on all those other generative platforms.
That's a masterclass. So basically, SEO isn't dead, it's just leveled up.
Exactly. So AI mode is rewriting the rules, but the brand that adapt early can win big.
Let's make this tangible. Can you give us some example of brands that are crushing AI mode visibility right now?
Sure. So 3 standout examples for me are, number 1 is Zapier. Their tutorial pages are deep, user-focused, structured, and loaded with visuals. Then we have NerdWallet. They dominate YMYL queries with expert-reviewed content, comparison tables, and financial calculators. Then finally is Notion. A brilliant use of hubs, right? Every feature or use case has its own deep resource set. Previously in conventional SEO, what we used to do is we used to have those site maps. The site is well linked or interlinked together. That is what Google loves in conventional SEO. AI mode also loves that. If you have those hubs and pillar pages and sub pages, right? So still follow that, right? And don't stop that.
I've seen those pages. They feel like answers, not blogs.
So exactly. Now here are common mistakes most brands are making. Right, number 1, writing shallow or generic blog posts, right? As I talked before, if you just pull out the content from ChatGPT and put it in a blog, so why Google AI mode will thank you, right? As we talked about. So AI mode will skip all these generic kind of a content, right? Second is ignoring schema markup, as I talked before, right? And using incorrect tags. So don't ignore schema markup. It's must. If you have not started, start it right away. Then third is keyword stuffing. So we have heard that in conventional SEO, it applies to AI mode as well. So instead of, if you're not focusing on user intent, if you're just focusing on keyword, provide value in your blog. Try to solve the problem of users in your blog and think about user intent. If you are still stuffing keywords, you are not even going to appear in conventional search. Forget about AI. So number 4 is your author and credibility. So this is very important. I'm not sure if you have noticed on some of the blogs, right? On top or in the bottom, they put those authors and their credentials. So that is what exactly is it? It's EAT. You're showing your authority and experience. Make sure you have those author box in your blog. Who has written that particular blog post? What sort of experience that particular author has? So Google love that, and you will be definitely mentioned in AI mode. And number 5 is your ignoring mobile and site speed that I've talked about, which is a part of conventional SEO, and AI deprioritize slow site that we have already talked about.
So even if you're creating SEO content, it might still be invisible to AI.
So 100%, right? AI mode isn't looking for best optimized pages, it's looking for the best answer.
By the way, if you're working in a trust-heavy industry like real estate, coaching, or finance, you can't just rank, you have to resonate. That's why we created the Emotional Advantage Guide. It shows you how to connect with high-intent buyers before the first call. Messaging frameworks, real funnel scripts, emotional hooks that cut through noise. If that sounds like something your brand needs, the link's in the video description. Let's talk strategy. What kind of content gets picked up most in the AI mode?
So 3 rules. Number 1, go beyond top of the funnel. As I have talked before, right? Skip basic definitions, go into the middle and bottom funnel, which I have already covered. Right? Think best CRM for solopreneurs under $30 per month, or MailerLite versus ActiveCampaign for e-commerce. Number 2, write with real expertise. Include subject matter experts, author bios that I talked about before, right? Video demos and original screenshots, quotes, and from case studies. So all these things will prove your experience and authority. And AI trust experience, not summaries. So number 3 is use content hubs for fan out topic, as I've already talked about. Choose a pillar topic, example kitchen remodeling. Build a hub or index post around fan out queries, timelines, cost, material, comparison, pitfall. So make sure you're following that conventional approach, right? Pillar and subpage.
That makes your site look like the authority to AI.
Exactly. So AI mode sees your content network as concept rich, trustworthy, and high context.
Want a shortcut? We build an AI content hub blueprint. It gives you 5 pre-built topic cluster maps, 20 prompt ideas for reverse engineering subqueries, internal linking structure templates. It's free. Just hit the link in the description and download it. How do I even know if I'm showing up in the AI mode?
So look, right now, Google Search Console doesn't give that data, but here is what you can do. Use Omni SEO from there are tools, as I've been mentioning before, right? So there is a tool called SEMrush AI Tools to track citations mentioned across Google AI. Even Uber Suggest is coming up with their AI mentions. They will mention about ChatGPT, Perplexity, where you are appearing and how you are appearing. You can also manually run the test queries, right, and spot your content. So that is what we used to do in conventional SEO, right? When we were not having tools, we used to kind of go and Google and type and see if we are appearing on Google or not, right? Monitor certain traffic spikes on low ranking pages. So track your Google Analytics and see if any page has sudden rise in the traffic. Definitely AI mode is kind of playing its role.
So there's no single dashboard yet, but the signals are there if you know where to look.
So exactly, like AI mode traffic is often silent but powerful.
What's next? How will SEO evolve in the next 12 to 24 months?
Look, huge changes are coming, right? Here are 5 predictions. Number 1, click won't disappear. You can go and check out one podcast Sundar Pichai has done. We'll put the link in the description. So he said, because if Google is going to take away the traffic, right? If it's not going to send the traffic to your website, so how Google will survive? It's making 160 billion in revenue from AdWords and all. So users still click when they need depth, trust, or hands-on guidance. So don't worry about that. They are definitely going to click. So number 2 is brand building is the new SEO. LLM reward consistency, as I said, expertise and recognizability. So number 3 is omni-channel search is the norm, right? Users search via YouTube, Reddit, as I've talked about before. They are going to go on multiple platforms, right? They are going to search on Instagram. They are going to go on ChatGPT, TikTok. So they're not just going to Google right now. And Google is why they have launched this AI mode, right? Because they're losing their market share, which was first time has gone below 90%. That is the reason they have launched this AI mode, right? They want to pull that traffic back in, but still, ChatGPT have taken a first mover advantage. There are over 1 billion searches are happening in now ChatGPT as well. So 4th is the simplicity is your superpower. Long tail queries, as I talked about before, that is what dominating the AI overviews. Target best budget mic for Zoom calls in noisy apartment. So that is how you have to think right now. Forget those best mics. That is how people are searching right now, and that is how Google AI mode is pulling out the answers from various sites. So make sure you are now focusing on long tail queries. Right, number 5 is AI trust is under scrutiny. As AI answers show up more in search, so do disclaimers. Users are asking, can I really trust this? Even Google is being more careful, right? Long-term trust will depend on transparent, responsible development.
Rahul, last words for anyone feeling overwhelmed?
So start small, right? Take your top performing blog, run it through Gemini, ask what else user might want to know, and then rewrite to answer those extra layers, right? And that alone could double your visibility. So to our listeners, AI mode isn't the future thing. It's here, and your content either fuels it or fades away. So go implement, go deeper, go build trust.